YouTube, what's going on? It's JGTS here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about the Washington Commanders' path to the Super Bowl and how I personally feel like we have the easiest path to get to the Super Bowl this year. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers. We're ever so close, man. I don't know, are we not getting no new people or something, man? But we've been stuck at 3.9 for the longest, man. So I ask you guys, do me a favor and share out the channel so we can continue to grow and reach that next milestone. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So, if you can tell by the title, man, first I want to say, I'm going to say this throughout the video just so you guys can make sure and hear me clearly. No, I'm not saying the Washington Commanders are going to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying the Washington Commanders are going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not even saying we're going to the playoffs this year. But I am thinking, and after really thinking about it and sitting and realizing the talent on this team and the schedule that we have this year, we have the easiest path to win the Super Bowl. Or not to win, sorry, to get to the Super Bowl. Not to win it. We have the easiest path to get to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. You may ask me, you may be like, why? Why do you say that? Hear me out. One, according to the NFL, and we know that based off of now, we have the easiest schedule in the NFL. The whole NFC East is in order, but we literally have the easiest one. It goes us, Dallas, I think Philly, and then New York, or New York, then Philly. But according to the NFL, we literally have the easiest schedule. And I've been saying, like a lot of you out there, there's no reason why this team shouldn't win at least 10 games this year. Right? So, with this team having the easiest schedule, with number two, the talent that we think we have on this roster, I'm thinking like we have the easiest path to the Super Bowl. Now, again, that doesn't mean we're going to get there. That doesn't mean we're going to get to the playoffs. You never know what can happen. The I word could happen. We could just be terrible. Ron Rivera could be flaming out. You know what I'm saying? It could go all, it could go all bad. But on paper, as of May, it's just like it's no way this team can't take that extra step. The extra step for me is to make the playoffs. Like, that's the extra step for me. But even going beyond that, I could really see this team having a Cincinnati Bengals kind of run. And that's big saying that because it's relying all on Carson Wentz. Like, our season, our faith, and our success or failure is relying all on number 11's shoulders. But like, and I know Carson Wentz isn't Joe Burrow. Like, I get it. But when you look at the talent on Cincinnati's team, they weren't the most talented now that I looked at it. They just had an elite quarterback and an elite wide receiver. Defense played well, too. They played well enough. They definitely could have won the Super Bowl, but what I'm saying is they weren't the most talented team, and they found ways to win. I mean, what if we compare our team to that Cincinnati team last year, right? As our current roster, they have Jamar Chase, we have Terry McLaurin. Okay? The only thing is they have an elite quarterback, and our biggest question mark is quarterback. But I'm not here to compare the Bengals because they're a good team. I'm not here to compare the Bengals to us. I'm just saying no one expected at the start of last training camp or whatever for the Bengals to be playing in a Super Bowl this past year. I could see us having a season where we have a Cincinnati Bengals run. Cincinnati took advantage of a weak schedule because, prior to that, I wanted to say what they were, 7-9 or something like that the season before. Because Joe, was that 2020, what? Joe Burrow's rookie season, I think? I think so. Yeah. It had to be, yeah. So what were they like? Because I remember he got hurt and we had to play like Brandon Allen and stuff like that. So, I don't think this team could be bad. Like, I just don't see how this team could just be terrible, man. Um, and my expectations are not super high, but my expectations are high because, again, this talent on this team that we think we have, there's no reason why this team can't win at least 10 games. But moving on to the next reason, or the next way Washington looking at their path to get into the Super Bowl and how I believe it's easy. Number one, the weapons again. Or number two, the weapons. Like I said, Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, Logan Thomas, Cole Turner, Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissic, Brian Robinson. We're loaded. And it's really relying all on Carson Wentz, man. Whatever Carson Wentz does this year, that's going to determine our success. If he plays well, I can see this team making a run. If he flames out, then we're same old Washington. Another reason, the NFC conference as a whole has got weak. It's got weak. I mean, Seattle flamed out. No longer have Russell Wilson. 49ers, I don't know what they're going to do. Deebo Samuel still wants to get traded. I don't know if they don't trust Trey Lance's reports that they're saying they're not happy with the growth or the lack thereof that Trey Lance has hasn't had. So it look like Jimmy Garoppolo is still going to be their quarterback. I mean, as long as they got that defense and that run game, I expect them to still be good. But you never know. Then you look at the obvious top dogs. It's the Rams and the Packers. Who else? The Bucks too. I mean, with Tom Brady, but I honestly think those are the only three teams that I'm really that are really up there in the NFC. But the conference as a whole is just is weak, and all I'm asking is to get in. Like, of course, I would love to win the NFC East, but anybody could win once they're in, man. So whether we're the 3 seed, the 4 seed, 5, 6, 7. Why did I just say 7 like that? 7? If we get in, we have a chance, man. And I am making this video because I was just thinking and just looking and like, man, we have an easy path to the Super Bowl. Like, we do. And again, to reiterate what I'm going to say, that is not saying we're going to get to the Super Bowl. That is not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl. That is not saying we're going to even make the playoffs. But I'm just saying, if it was to happen, man, it's there for the taking. It is. And again, I'm not trying to compare us to Cincinnati, but nobody expected Cincinnati to be what they were. But they got a hell of a season. I mean, a hell of a is an underrated word to describe Jamar Chase's effort and Joe Burrow's effort. But if we could get half of that from Carson Wentz and Terry, Curtis and Diami and Jahan and Cam Sims, if we can just get half of that performance, man, and take advantage of a weak schedule how Cincinnati did, because I believe in 2020 they had to be like 7, and I don't even know if they won 7 games, but they had to be worse than that. But more of the story, I think they were 4th place in the NFC North or AFC North, so they took advantage of a weak schedule like we have. So again, don't be surprised if we just come out of nowhere and we make the playoffs and somehow get to the big game. Again, there's no reason why this team shouldn't make the playoffs with the way this schedule is and the talent on this roster is, man. But let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section, man. In my humbled opinion, in my Washington Commander fan opinion, we have the easiest path to win a Super Bowl, or to get to the Super Bowl. Let me not say win it, because I don't want to start anything, but we have the easiest path to at least get to the Super Bowl. One more time before I get out of here. That is not saying we're going to get to the Super Bowl. That's not saying we're going to win a Super Bowl. That's not saying we're going to get to the playoffs even. But I'm just saying what I see in my humbled opinion as of May 16th. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? How are you feeling? Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already, man. Peace.